and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. My name, of course, is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. And guys, today we're testing old stuff versus new stuff. Guys, normally I just do reel comparisons, one reel versus another, but this time I have complete combos that are from a completely different era. One is definitely an old school type of reel, old school type of rod, and the new stuff, I did not pick expensive new stuff. I picked the kind of inexpensive new stuff that you, the viewers, could find literally anywhere in the entirety of the United States. Because the new stuff is just this right here. The new baitcaster is a Abu Garcia Black Max. Guys, this is a 6'6" rod that comes with it. You can buy them at Walmart around about 50 bucks. You can find them all over the place. Pawn shops, yard sales, flea markets. Guys, you find these everywhere. So that's why I picked this particular rod, so that I can use this as our new version, because this is probably not going to be the absolute end-all be-all as far as a new rod. This is going to be about consistent with what you might be able to find bottom shelf, but still good and reliable. Now, what am I going against? What kind of thing? And I'm sorry for the wind, guys, can't do anything for the weather. But what am I going against? What is the thing that I'm going to compare this to? Guys, we have a pistol grip Fenwick rod, and I believe this is 6 foot, but I do not have a thing. I do have a face. Okay, it's probably not even 6 foot. It may be like 5'9", but still, we have an old style rod. Guys, in ye olden days, they did not have those big, nice, long handles where we could power it out there. They had this style of handle. This is a pistol grip handle. So this was great for whenever you wanted to flip into things and do stuff like that. And this is still a valid and very usable setup as far as going to fish. But your tightener is not here. It is down here, up here. I'm going to tell you what's up here. So let me get my lure out of the way. This rod has a feature that I really, really like, and I kind of wish there was a modern day rod for it. So I'm going to unscrew this part. I'm not loosening the reel, I'm loosening the rod. These are in such a way that you could replace the reel. Say you wanted to switch techniques, you wanted to switch rods, you wanted to switch handles, you wanted to switch bait casters. Guys, this has so much variability that I really, really like, and it's not that hard to tighten back up if I get my hands on it. I'm going to make sure it's nice and level and straight and such. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. Come on, babe. Alright, we got it straight and ready to go, and the wind's about to blow me away. But, guys, that's a solid, good connection. My camera's about to blow over, but it's okay. I caught you all. Now, our reel is a Shimano Bantam 300. So, guys, for its day, back in, I am guessing this is an 80s model reel. This was a top-end reel. This is what professionals would have been using, along with this nice Fenwick rod. I'm sure that this Fenwick rod, when it was new, it was one of the most expensive rods, because Fenwick is a pretty expensive setup as far as what I quickly researched. I was like, 100 bucks, 100 bucks, 200 bucks. I saw one for like 35, but it was like a super ultralight, not super ultralight, but ultralight setup for like trout. But all their bass setups like this is $100, $200. That's an expensive setup. But guys, let's see how they do against each other. Now, guys, the first thing that we're going to do, we're just going to go for a full max cast. I have this rod, of course, in hand. I had the other one just off camera. But what we're throwing today, we're going to start off with an 1/8 ounce Pull Boy Jigs head. I have a red head on this one. On the other setup, it is the Killshot head that I like so well. But it's 1/8 ounce, so we're starting out light, and we're going to work our way up to see how this does compared to the other setup. But let's go ahead and get it done. I am going to just reel it up and throw it how I feel, rather than being like super scientific about this, because they're not the same rod. I can't be like, oh, we're gonna go up to the first eyelet and throw it that way. I'm just gonna throw it the way I feel. I am gonna throw it with one hand so that it is fair, because I don't want an unfair, biased opinion. But guys, let's see if I can throw this thing. Okay, yeah, I got a little bit of distance. We're gonna set this right on the ground. No cuts, no problems, no business. We're gonna get our other rod. I'm standing up over the first one. I'm gonna use one hand again so that it's fair. And I hit the ground and bird nested it. So guys, uno momento while I fix the bird nest. All right guys, I'm honest as the day is long. We got our bird nest out. We took a quick maintenance cast to make sure everything's all nice and straight. And we're gonna try again. So I'm gonna stand to one side. I'm gonna stand a little farther away because I'm afraid I'm gonna whack the camera with this thing. But I'm just gonna use one hand and I'm just gonna throw it out there and it actually hit the water. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and set this down. I'm gonna find both of my lures and stretch them out perpendicular to where you are so that you can see how long these both casted. All right guys, so let's go look it over. So right there is both of our rod and reel setups, and we're just gonna walk along. And guys, I just want to talk to you and tell you, I want to thank you all so very much for all those subscribes, all those views, everything that you all are doing for the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. But guys, we're gonna look. I stretched them both out, but I've lost them both. I know they're around here somewhere close. Right there's the first one. So right there you can see that is the red head. Now you might not be able to tell, but both of the reels are at the corner of my pickup truck, and the red is the one that goes with the Shimano Bantam and the Fenwick. So guys, that one's the first one we found. So that means the next one, right there it is. Right there is where that Abu Garcia Black Max ended up. I'm gonna leave you standing directly over top of the Black Max setup, and I'm gonna count it out how many steps. So right there is where I'm starting from. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps. If my steps average about, 3 feet or so, we're gonna call that round about 12 foot. Now guys, 12 foot may not matter to you, but it sure matters to me, a fisherman, because 12 foot would be the difference between making it past the willows or the bushes or any number of other things, docks, what have you, and having to move my boat 12 feet closer and possibly scaring my fish off. So guys, on those lightweight 1/8 ounce pull boy jigs heads, Black Max wins. Guys, we're gonna up that weight and see if that continues to be the case. All right guys, so we changed it up over. We've made it over to a 1/2 ounce ball head jig from Pull Boy Jigs. This particular color is actually Bloody Shad, which I think will be awesome come a little bit later in the spring. And guys, we're gonna do another max cast comparing this, which is 1/2 ounce. It's way bigger than 1/8 ounce. We're gonna compare how far this will go, and I'm not gonna do a side cast. I'm gonna go like hatchet job it like I'm trying to throw a axe or something. But okay, right there she is. I'm gonna put this down. No cuts, no foolishness. I have on this particular rod Money Honey, same weight, same kind of jig, same place. Pull Boy Jigs makes this. And again, I'm just going to do one-handed. And I can tell you that already went way farther. But guys, let me find them, let me stretch them out, let me show you what's up. All right guys, so right there is our setups. And we're just going to walk along and we're going to see where they're at. Guys, I will say that that these particular setups have equal, kinds of line on them. They're 14, 15 pound line. Pound's not going to really matter. But guys, here's our first lure. It is our Bloody Shad. So guys, our Bloody Shad made it from this spot right here to the corner of my pickup truck. So again, our old technology did not go as far as our new technology, because I see Money Honey sitting right here, and boy, is it Money Honey looking. Look at that just sitting there on the ground. That looks awesome. But guys, just like before, I'm going to set you directly over Money Honey. Again, I am so sorry for the wind noise. But I'm going to set you directly over Money Honey, and I'm going to walk all the way to Bloody Shad to show the big difference. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 paces. Now you imagine 3 feet per pace, 24 feet-ish. Guys, that is a huge difference. And you all saw, I did the exact same thing. They had the exact same line. They had the exact same weighted lure made by the same company. I cannot get them more similar to this. But guys, now I'm going to do a test on how well that I can control these lures as I'm using these poles. So, uno momento while I catch up and set up that test. All right, guys, so the next thing that I'm going to test is not going to be something to deal with power, but instead control. So I'm going to take these pull boy jigs, and of course we've already established this one is on the old Fenwick and Shimano setup, and I have Money Honey on the other setup. But I'm going to take and use these in order to hit a target. So I have a piece of wood here just for where I can reference and be consistent where I'm throwing from, and where I am actually at has this nice convenient manhole cover. So guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see how many times I have to flip, pitch, whatever you want to call it, to hit this manhole cover. And what I'm going to do with you, I am actually going to put you in the danger zone and see if we can get you up, oh, right in the action. So guys, we're going to check and see if we can hit this manhole cover. Now, however many times it takes is however many times it takes. So if it takes a while, I'll speed the footage up for you. We're starting off with our old setup, which has the kill shot on it. So guys, let's see if I can hit it. It's not terribly far away, but oh, too far. Closer, but not quite there. I'm overshooting it a little bit. Ah, so close. This is actually great practice for somebody that's actually in a yard. Like right now, it's fool's winter or fool's spring, so it's nice out. You all probably can tell. Hey, took 3 shots, 4 shots. I don't know. I'll put it up on the actual screen. But all right, guys, got our new setup. Got Money Honey standing ready, and we're gonna see if we can get on target. Oh, so close. I keep throwing it just barely to the right of my target. Too far. Money. Okay guys, I reviewed the footage and both of them did it in 4. Now I will say that that this proves that the control aspect is more of a fisherman's thing, not so much an equipment thing. You can learn with any equipment to be relatively good at casting, flipping, whatever it is you're doing. Now better equipment helps. I will say that before I get any farther, better equipment's going to help you do better, cooler looking things. Cheap equipment is cheap for a reason. But guys, as far as our bait casters go, our old bait caster, does it work? Yes, works just fine. We casted everything from an 1/8 on up to this half-ounce jig, casted them just fine. We could go fishing with this and be very happy and catch fish. If this is what you have at home, if this is your dad's, your grandpa's, your uncle's, whatever, if they say, hey, go take my rod and go fishing, this will fish just fine. Now, on the flip side of that, if you want something that is newer, Black Max is a great choice because the Black Max casted both the 1/8 ounce and the 1/2 ounce jigs farther than the old setup, and that's just, guys, technology is always improving. Better bearings, better brakes. I can actually get to these brakes. This old style setup, there's no way to get to the brakes short of breaking out some tools. But guys, every time that there's a new something or other coming out, it's not because they're money grabbing, it's because there's probably something better about it. But guys, I do not want you all to have to listen to the wind anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and just say the usual YouTube things. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification. Please subscribe, guys. We're always pushing for more of our peoples. And guys, if you feel really strongly about supporting me, you can always get some merch. You can always get a membership. Memberships are only $5. But thank you so very much for watching, guys. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.